Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we have got a Detective Williams video, and this is when evil parents realize they have been caught. We'll get right into it. Ladies, show me the like button, subscribe, and comment thing down below. I just realized how long this was. We're gonna be here for a while. Let's go.
Another, right? And I'm going to try and control my emotions, all right? I've been to a child death investigator school, and I've seen photos and images of children that have been malnourished. And I'm telling you right now, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh no, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Insinuate that I'm not a losing mother. He's like, I don't know what I do. And then, what do you do? Insinuate that I'm mother.
Parents are supposed to protect and care for their children, but sadly, this is not always the case. Here are 8 of the most shocking.
Oh no. Can I just adjust?
And then, what do you do? Insinuate that I'm mother.
Parents are supposed to protect and care for their children, but sadly, this is not always the case.
The look on this woman's face, I don't know what it was. I saw this woman react, gave this look, and I just started laughing. I'm sorry.
Here are 8 of the most shocking times evil parents realized they've been arrested. Starting with the despicable case of Olympic superstar Hope Solo. On March 31st, 2020.
What a name. I'm just gonna say that. What a name. Hope Solo. I feel like I won't be able to talk. This is 2 hours long. I probably won't be able to talk during much of this. I'm saying that, knowing that probably will actually not be the case. I'll end up talking a bit too much, because evil parenting means children getting hurt, which gets me emotional, and I get my feelings, and I'm gonna unleash them. It's what I do this for.
22, Winston-Salem police officers found Hope drunk and asleep with the car running. To make matters worse, Hope had allegedly been traveling along with her 2 kids.
People were kind of concerned saying you guys were out here sleeping and want to make sure you were okay. Okay, what's going on? Why are you sleeping out here in the parking lot?
Because I took a nap.
Okay, where do you live? 1324 code 2.
The officer is immediately suspicious of Hope and asks her why she's sleeping in her car.
Are your kids okay?
Yes.
Okay, why are you sleeping in the parking lot?
Because I'm tired.
Okay, where do you live?
I live.
How much have you been drinking today? Why don't you turn the car off first? Let's turn the car off first.
It's okay if I...
It's okay, what? How much have you drank tonight?
You're drunk. She's drunk. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt already. She's drunk. She can't even finish her fucking sentence.
You sure? I'm asking you how much have you had to drink. I'm not asking you how much are you fine. I understand you're talking to me. How much have you had to drink tonight? 0 alcohol. Alright, do you have your ID with you?
Sir, I'm just,
God, this is concerning.
I didn't have my ID.
Okay, can you get that for me, please?
Of course, give me a second.
No, can you do that now, please? Thank you.
I'm going to.
Hope continued scrolling on her phone, even making a phone call, all while the officer waited for Hope to hand in her ID.
I just was trying to take a nap because I'm sick. I think driving away.
This also is showing patience he shouldn't. Oh, okay. Sorry, someone sent me a text.
Yeah, I pulled over in a Walmart parking lot to take a nap, but I have no idea why he's here.
So they were just concerned. And now when you roll up the window, I can smell alcohol. I can smell a sweet odor of alcohol from there.
I don't think so, sir.
Yeah, and your
I don't
eyes
think
tell me
so, sir. I don't think so, sir. I think you've created the alcohol in your mind that you are smelling. No, I've not been. In fact, I never. In fact, the alcohol fears me. When I go near alcohol, it runs away because it does not want it consumed by me. That is a straight fact. I from the Olympics, and in the Olympics, you are taught to make alcohol fear you. That is the thing. So I could never drink, even if I wanted to.
something different by looking at it. How much did you drink tonight? Just be sure with me. 0 alcohol.
Young 77 Charles at 8 at 0Y77C8. Care advised it's been running since noon today.
Can you get your ID, please?
Inside the vehicle, but it advises very dark window.
No, you're not. You're on your phone. I need you to get your ID for me, please.
I have every right to.
You do, and you have every right to comply with police when they're asking you for your ID.
Of course.
Can you please get that for me? Well, where are you trying to come? Where are you coming from anyway?
No,
Okay, where are you coming from?
my vehicle is not.
This woman is unbelievable. She can't answer a fucking question. A single question, a single ask of her, she cannot. Don't let this woman even touch a vehicle again. She's that concerned. I'm that concerned for these children.
Hope is now slurring her speech even more than before and is unable to follow orders, a clear sign that she's drunk,
I'm sorry.
despite her denying it. Then, a second officer is seen arriving on the scene, and things begin to escalate.
She's drunk. And she got 2 kids. She was passed out asleep in the front seat. She won't tell me anything. She said, I was just sleeping. But you could smell like the odor, a sweet aroma anyway coming from inside that smells like alcohol. And she's completely oblivious to everything that's like going on right now.
Hope eventually hands in her ID, but begins arguing with the officers.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, I just was gonna take a nap.
Okay, where are you coming from?
It doesn't matter where I'm coming from, but the car has not been.
No, but it's been on.
No, it has not been on.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't, sir.
And you turned the car off right in front of me. The car was not.
Oh, you're like, it was not on. Yes, it was. No, it wasn't, sir. You turned it off right in front of me, sir. You turned it off right in front of me. Like, ma'am, you turned it off right in front of me. As soon as I was like, nope, see, it's on now. I just turned it on. It was never turned off. I don't know what you're talking about. It was been off the entire time. This woman is drunk and stupid. Just amazing.
I'm sorry, it was not. I was just taking a nap.
We're not. I can do this. Step on out of the vehicle, or I will make you step out of the vehicle. I'm asking you nicely, so you don't cause a scene in front of your kids. Yes, I can. I can do all these things. Okay? Step on out of the vehicle. Step on out of the vehicle for me. Step on out, or I'm pulling you out. Again, you have 2 kids in this car. You have 2 kids in this car. Don't embarrass you in front of your kids. Step out of the car.
Can you tell me why you're...
Step out of the car so I can make sure you are sober and able to be a competent adult in front of these kids.
I am a competent adult.
Okay, then step out of the car.
Can you tell me why?
Because you smell like alcohol.
That's fine,
and you're
but I'm
passed
not
out in
driving.
the car
I
with
took
the
a nap.
car on. So
took a
step
nap.
out of the vehicle.
The car was
I'm
on.
not asking you again.
I would like to call my attorney.
Step out of the car.
The officers urge Hope to take field sobriety tests, but she refuses and instead begins asking for her attorney.
You are not calling your attorney anyone right now. Right now, the 2 things you're going to do is you're going to stand here. Do you consent to providing field sobriety
He took
tests?
my phone,
Yes, I did.
Because you're not complying to law enforcement right now.
but I am compliant.
No, you're not.
No, you're
I
not.
have 2 kids in the car.
Yes,
Exactly.
and you've made them cry.
I took a nap.
You've made them cry now because you
I'm
wouldn't
not
comply.
driving.
Or
I
the
took
car
a-
was on.
The car was not on, sir.
Crap.
I cannot believe she keeps going with the story that the car was not on. She turned it off in front of him. How stupid is this woman? I know I said I wasn't going to talk much, but I can't keep emotions in check here. How are these people stupid like this?
Then I'm taking you to jail.
Okay.
And you won't be going. Nope. 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 Put your hands behind your back. Now. You're now under arrest for resist, delay, obstruct of an
Because we're
officer.
trying to investigate something and you're not being cooperative right now.
Once arrested, the officers obtain a warrant to get a blood draw in order to test it for alcohol. Down at the EMS station, Hope's attitude only goes downhill.
I don't need you to touch me.
All right, let's go.
I can walk by
Well,
myself.
I'll make sure that
Oh, no, you don't need to touch me.
All right, that's fine.
All right, that's cool. Because I will have a complaint that you touched me inappropriately. Do not touch me.
We've
I
done
will,
this.
I will get in the car. You don't need to touch me.
All right, step back
Ever.
so I can put the
Don't
seatbelt.
touch me. you are loving this, aren't you?
No, I hate it.
Yo, you love it. You love every moment of it.
Hope's blood test had come back positive for alcohol and surprisingly, THC, an
Oh
active
my
component
God.
in marijuana, and up until now, the officers had no idea who she really was.
I'm so sorry you had nothing else to do tonight. So I hope I was very entertaining for you, because I know I was. I know that I blessed you with my presence.
I blessed you with my presence. Fucking hell. I know I blessed you with my great presence. I know you now have truly seen what greatness looks like, because I have blessed you with my drunk ass all over down here. This woman is unbelievable. No wonder. I don't know how you make the Olympics look very bad, woman.
So that's what I do.
I hope your kids take care.
My kids are amazing.
I hope they're under good care with your husband.
They have the best mother and the best husband,
Good.
the best father in the world.
Good.
Don't even insinuate that I'm not an amazing mother, you piece of Jesus. You don't know what I do every day. What do you do?
Alright, relax.
What the
Relax your hand so she can fingerprint you.
insinuate I'm a bad mother, you? That's my you. I have not once said that, but if you insinuate that, I will say you. I'm an amazing mother, and I'm there every day. Every day. Yeah. Go ahead and talk. The only one who put my children, because I have twins by the way, children, in danger was your police officers crawling in my car without a search warrant. Oh, I saw that. Crawling in a car. No search warrant. And your police officers are crawling in my car.
This woman is unbelievable. That's all I can keep saying. It's unbelievable she's like this.
Let my kids cry. Why? Because I pulled over to take a nap? That's cool. Way to get a mom. You got her. You got a mom. Good job.
Be still.
Good job, buddy. You're doing some good work in the world.
Alright, you're good.
Alright, cross back on.
Okay, let's get mom.
Her saying she's an amazing mother while she's being booked for drunk driving and child endangerment shows how good of a mother she really
I'd
is.
say.
Hope Solo was charged with DWI, child abuse, and resisting arrest charges. In exchange for a plea deal,
Hold on. Child endangerment, that's fine. Child abuse is something else. Look, I don't know if in the law they just put those in the same category. Those are two different things to me. I see those things differently. Child endangerment and child abuse to me is two different things. I think that charge should not sting. Child endangerment, perfectly fine. Child abuse is a different story.
the child abuse and resisting arrest charges were dropped, following which Hope checked herself into a 30-day alcohol abuse program, but Hope's case is nothing compared to the case that follows, one of the most despicable and disturbing cases I've ever encountered.
But all I want to know is what stopped you from seeking help? You knew something was wrong. What stopped you? Tell us the truth.
Seth and Tatiana Welch are a couple from Solon Township.
Oh, not these fucking two! I can't get away from these two! These two follow me. These two I love because these two have the greatest reaction in court in history. They are my favorite, like, criminals being arrested reaction, especially the guy, because his jaw just drops to the floor and he's like in disbelief. I love these things. I hate, though, that this is, I don't need to hear their interrogation.
County, Michigan, who had 3 children, including Mary Ann, with the first child setting Child Protective Services radar off for a couple of years after a significant amount of THC had been found in their system. Despite that, none of the children had ever been to doctors, as Seth claimed that going to a doctor was as dangerous as not going to one. His mistrust in the medical world is yet another step in the couple's excessive religious beliefs, which were used by them to justify child neglect and abuse. Seth and Tatiana often remarked their children as being needy, lazy slugs, or leeches, taking away resources, and would thus withhold food and other basic necessities. Despite countless reports from relatives and friends, nothing was ever done to make a change in their behavior towards their children.
It's the one issue you'll always find. You'll find so many cases when it comes to abusive children that reports, people will talk to police, talk to whatever, try to say, listen, these kids are in danger, you gotta get rid of them. But for some fucking reason, they never fucking just look into it, they never do anything, and then they just end up in this situation. Children end up dead, and at least the one child ends up dead, and they're all just sitting there like, oh, wish we could have done something to prevent it. You fucking could have, you just did your fucking job.
Their actions, or rather inactions, eventually led to the death of their child, Mary, on August 2nd, 2018. Mary was found severely malnourished, with sunken eyes, bruises, and bed sores on her body. The parents, to everyone's dismay, called a lawyer first,
Yep.
and an hour later, the police. When officers arrived,
I remember that. That's the 911 call. The guy goes, they called the lawyer first, and then even the 911 officer was like, so you found your child dead and you called your lawyer first? He's just like, yes, ma'am. And I remember, she sits there just silently. She's just the 911 officer is in disbelief as fucking everyone else was.
they found the children covered in dirt and feces. The house was swarming with vermin insects and had mold throughout. Seth and Tatiana presented themselves as grieving parents and were placed in separate rooms for interrogation. Tatiana is interrogated first and breaks down seconds into the interrogation. This doesn't ring well with the detective, as the parents were very much capable of providing basic care to their children. What follows next is one of the most despicable and horrifying cases I've ever seen.
After seeing there, I was told that verbal. Is that true that he doesn't, or he's very verbal?
He's very verbal.
Oh, I don't know. And you know how they just mix, you whisper in one person's ear and as it goes down the chain. Maybe he was just being shy. So
He tends to get shy. But
yeah, he did some high-fiving for me, but
he knows lots of words. He's just sometimes big sister can be a little dominating. So
maybe that's what it is.
Him, but,
and probably all the commotion probably really made him shy. And
yeah,
I didn't want to. So maybe they were just saying he was nonverbal right now. Maybe that's what it was. Medical issues or nothing like that? Okay.
Tatiana claims that none of her children had any medical condition whatsoever, despite the fact that her children had never been to a doctor.
Is she in any kind of daycare? Does she go to preschool?
No, I homeschool. I have my degree in early childhood education,
okay.
So I just being at home with the farm, I can at least give them an initial education. Or
yeah.
We just try to put them on grade school.
Absolutely. So,
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. What kind of stuff?
She is fluent in her alphabet, her numbers at least up to 20. Although she knows other numbers like 100, 60, she's practicing her writing. She just has a little issue with the numbers. They get a little backwards. But she knows how to spell words like hi, cat, dog. She knows the list that starts with E.
She probably do better than Jason. The hi and the cat and dog part. So does a doctor that she sees, does she have a primary doctor?
Not anymore. We did have, it's great and everything. We just we only go if there's an issue, and there just hasn't been.
Obviously, it was probably the last visit is when he recommended the helmet, the head shaping. But so there was never any concern about the shape of her head from 0 to 18 months?
No, that's why it was such a concern for us as to why we would just bring this up out of nowhere. And
so what was the problem with the shape of her head according to him?
He said it was off. It was just not circular. And I mean, I wasn't offended. I was just taken aback. And then my step found out that it's commission based for these products that they try and push. So we don't know specifically. This is hearsay.
Sure.
But we think that he was trying to push the helmet. It was a $3,000 helmet. That called CPS and said that we were being neglectful or something or other.
Tatiana claims her children would only see a doctor if the need arises, despite considering the fact that her other children had been found malnourished. She also claims that the medical issue one of her children faced was just a farce made up by a doctor trying to earn a commission. Tatiana may think she's portraying herself as a smart and compassionate mother, but it is entirely the opposite. Her statements only add up to show how extreme neglect is a pattern in their household.
Have you noticed a decline in poopy diapers?
No. No, not at all. So this is such a surprise to me. I mean, this morning, when I got her up, she had spit up, and I just...
So yesterday morning, when you got her up at 7, she had spit up?
No, this morning.
Oh, this
morning. At 9, when I got her up, when I tried to get her up.
Yeah.
I thought maybe she choked on her spit.
What color was her spit up?
It was foamy and brown. So I thought maybe it was the oatmeal and the fruit mixed in there.
So where was the spit up at?
On the side of her mouth. The side of her face.
And was that, did you think, I don't know, was it food? Was it blood?
No, it wasn't
It
blood.
was not blood.
No,
She didn't have any kind of vomiting of blood or anything like that?
No, never.
Okay.
We would take her to a doctor.
Well, sure.
That never happened.
So you were certain it was food?
Yes, essentially.
And
Who's Mr. Seth talking here? Talking to? Lawyer, probably? You know, the lawyer called before he fucking called about his medical daughter who's dead.
it was on the side, it was on what side of
Do
her
they
face?
show the hold on, I just have to ask.
Right
Do they
side.
The right
oh,
side,
yeah,
okay.
go and see.
And then
Those ones?
that's when you noticed that she was unresponsive. Was
Yeah.
this morning when you saw that? And what happened next?
Excuse me. Her eyes were open.
Did anything else look strange other than obviously just stood up and then her eyes were open? Or other than that, did she look as usual?
She's just cold. Okay. So I went in to get Seth. And it's an emergency, and he's like, and I was just so shocked, and he reminded me I knew CPR, and he told me to start. So I took her from the bed and I put her on her changing table, and I started CPR, and I did the 2-finger touch on the chest. If you use your whole hand, you could break ribs, and I didn't want to do that, for sure.
I know this is tough.
So I did a 2-finger touch on the chest and her back, and I wiped her mouth, and I did.
So you did this on her on the kitchen table?
No, the changing table.
On the changing table in the bedroom.
Yes.
So you said you did it on her mouth and then you wiped her mouth.
I wiped her mouth first because it was the spit up. And now that I think about it, I think it was banana and oatmeal. You know when banana's been sitting out and it's very ripe?
Oh, yeah.
It gets that like brownish color.
Yeah.
But ripe banana's very sweet, and that she eats the oatmeal better with it.
So what did you wipe her mouth with?
A baby wipe, a lavender scented baby wipe.
Okay. And then you did what with that?
I threw it in the garbage.
Okay.
Well, not immediately. No, I just wiped her and put it to the side,
Just wiped her and threw it down. Yeah.
right next on the changing table.
And then you picked her up out of the bed.
Yes, and then I put her on the changing table, and then when I was pumping her chest, there was like bubbles coming out of her mouth. So I thought maybe that's why I thought she choked, and then maybe if I kept pumping, like it would maybe it would come out, and then she'd like cough and wake up. So I was wiping the bubbles, and I was giving her air and giving her pumping with my feet, which is my 2 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have done more.
Nope, you're doing it right.
And she was still so cold, and I think maybe 10 minutes, it's so hard to gauge time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And it's not just me the whole time, and he just asked me, is she dead? Is she gone? While he's crying, he just asking me, is she gone? And it's just so hard to say yes, and I just said yes. She's just unresponsive. And then we had no idea what to do then at all. Like, what do we do?
Mm-hmm.
And so he called his parents. or he called his dad first, excuse me, and his dad said, okay, your mom and I are on our way, call the police, let them know what happened, and we'll try and get there before they do. And then we just spent the entire time on the couch waiting, crying. We didn't sleep, it was just my mother-in-law.
Throughout the interrogation, Tatiana inserts false lies to make her look like an ideal parent, lies that are quickly caught onto by the detective, including how Tatiana would leave milk for her daughter while she went to work and how often she would feed her daughter. Not only that, Tatiana also lies about immediately calling the police, as the detectives know for a fact that the police were called 3 hours after Mary's body was found, after the Welches shockingly had consulted a lawyer first.
We're all parents in this room, okay? And we all need to be honest. Remember in the car when I first talked with you and I told you that at the end of the day, we all need to know exactly. Right? Okay? So we need to tell her story, okay? And I want you to think about this for a minute. I want you to think for a second and put yourself in our shoes. You're the police officer. You're the police detective. You get called out to that home today. You get called to my home or his home today. Okay? You, the police officer. And then you have to go into that house and you have to look at that precious little angel. Okay? Do you think she was healthy, honestly?
When you look at her sides, and you can see every single bone in her body, do you think she was healthy?
We know this isn't easy, Tatiana, but we need to know what happened to her. What was going on?
So when did she start losing all that weight?
For the past 2 days.
But she's lost so much weight that you can't lose that much in 2 days. I've never seen a child that skinny. Never. And here's the thing. You're obviously a very concerned mom, but at what point did you know, what point did you think something was wrong?
The detective is trying to play through Tatiana's emotional side by telling her she's a concerned mother, which in turn would make her more comfortable and open up to the police.
When's the last time that you actually inspected her, that you looked at her? Tell me the truth.
Every time when I change her, and I think I just may have been just so blinded, and I just...
What were you blinded by? Because I know, listen, you are an intelligent, articulate, college-educated, early childhood development. You know when you look at someone that something's wrong. I have a picture of her right here. I'm prepared to show you. That tells you no medical treatment. As dumb as I am, I'm not near as intelligent as you. I can't speak the words you can speak. I am not you. And even I can look at this photo and I can say, whoa, something's wrong. It put tears in our eyes when we walked in there. It was that obvious.
Tatiana, I'm going to be quite honest with you right now, okay? One parent to another, right? And I'm going to try and control my emotions, all right? I've been to a child death investigator school, and I've seen photos and images of children that have been malnourished. And I'm telling you right now, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh no, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, you know what, this is baggage, this is something that, but all I want to know is what stopped you from seeking help? You knew something was wrong. What stopped you? Tell us the truth.
I mean, are you guys that...
I'm waiting for her to switch it on to Seth. I'm waiting for the blame to Seth. I'm waiting for her to act innocent and be like, Seth, you don't know what Seth was like. Seth probably claims Seth was abusive, scared of him. That's your favorite one when parents are someone else. They'll say the guy, she was scared, they're scared of the father. It's always that one. I love that one.
financially strapped? I mean, what is it? Do you not believe in healthcare? Do you have religious beliefs? I mean, what is it?
We do have religious beliefs, and we were praying about it, and we have faith that.
When did you start praying about it?
After the officer brings it up, Tatiana brings up religion as an excuse as to why they'd refused to go to a doctor.
I think within a month it started to become a bit up and down. Her cheeks would be full and bright, and then a couple days later she would look ill or hungry, and then we're not hungry, just her cheeks wouldn't be as full as they were.
Shrunken in.
Yeah, and then.
So when did you notice that she had all her bones showing?
About a month.
About a month ago.
Let me ask you this: when was the last time you bathed her?
Maybe 2 weeks ago.
So about a month ago, you noticed that her bones are all showing, right? And so, is that when you started heavily praying?
No, it was the past few days, because about a month ago it'd be like full, and then 2 days later it'd be shrunken in, but then within the day it'd be full again. But then the past few days it wouldn't fill up as quickly as it did.
But listen, here's what I'm saying, Mary. Listen, I get that, but her legs were as small as my pointer finger. So that didn't happen in 3 days.
No.
And I know that you know that, and I know that you wanted to get her help, but I'm trying to just figure out, when did this happen? I understand that maybe you started seeing some kind of symptoms a month ago, but when did she consistently lose all this weight? When did she consistently become skin and bones?
I think it was within the month.
So
she was always just so thin, and
so within a month. So then why, when we had a month to look at her like this, why didn't we get help?
we thought she'd get better without getting help.
How did you think she was going to get better?
By feeding her and being with her.
Was she really truly eating the way that you were telling us?
Yes,
Because if you want, he has a photo of her, and if you want to see it, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I explained this to both you and Seth when you were in my car with me. There's going to be an autopsy done, okay? And there was a person from the medical examiner's office at the house, okay?
So we're gonna know all this, what we're saying.
Yeah.
And you're not a bad person. We get all this, and we get that there's a dynamic here that we're trying to figure out. There is a dynamic here. I'm gonna tell you, I know it. I know there's a dynamic, and I feel that you wanted to get her help. I'm trying to just figure out why you didn't. What's the dynamic? What am I missing? Because you can't tell me that this Brooklyn, New York, this New York college, city college educated, Grand Rapids Community College, early childhood person didn't know that this girl needed help, but something stopped her.
The detective doesn't believe that Tatiana's husband Seth really had a part in stopping Tatiana from feeding her daughter. He then pushes her to change her false story, inching closer to the truth behind what actually happened.
If Seth told you that God told him to sacrifice one of your children, would you do it?
No.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm trying to wrap my head around. How many conversations did you have with Seth about this?
I've always said this about this case, that I've never understood what form or what the hell they believe in religion-wise that would make them not take the... Because is there anything... I'm actually asking this as a person who knows nothing about religion. Not a fucking thing. Is there something in religion that is against medical care? Or is it just something they came up with as their way to not do it? This is an honest question.
Not very many. Maybe 2 at most. want to worry about it. We trust God.
Would he get angry talking about it?
No, I keep it very true.
What would happen? How would he react if you took her to the doctor anyway?
Not sure. Something like that has never happened.
I'm just asking you to speculate.
I think he would just be concerned that CPS would be called, but not angry. Just say, okay, just know that you took the doctor, expect CPS to come to the house.
He's not an angry type person.
No.
How is he as far as emotional goes?
He's not afraid to cry.
Does he cry a lot? Would you say that he wears his emotions on his sleeve?
I suppose. I mean, when we were going through our marriage, the beginning of it, and he was very expressive about about his feelings and how he would like to be treated and how I was treating him well. And then in return told me he realized that he wasn't being a respectful husband and wasn't treating me well either. So he's very intuitive and expressive, which is rare, I suppose.
The detective then confronts Tatiana as to why the police weren't called as soon as they had found Mary dead.
I'm sorry I don't have the answer for you. I was just so... never could imagine that could happen.
Jason and I have been doing this a long time, and I understand, and I've seen it time and time again, everybody deals with stress and reacts to things differently. But if there's one thing that I've seen in the course of doing this job for a long time is there's usually never hesitation to pick up the phone and call 911. That is a pretty ingrained, rapid, basic, life-saving response that is ingrained in everybody, especially in our country because of our emergency medical system that we have.
When did you first teach your kids about 911? When did you first teach your children about 911?
Less than a year ago.
Okay. So when you're doing CPR, you don't scream to Seth, call 911.
No. And I know that that's like the second step. Or the first step, actually. What?
Did you think by calling 911 that he would think your faith was less?
No, not at all, actually.
Okay.
He called his dad first. Why?
I'm more just confused on what they're censored. Are they censoring the names? I'm gonna assume they'd have to be, but they're censored a good period of time, so it can't just be a name they're censoring. What are they censoring?
Being stood up from her face, and then he went to contact his parents. I don't know how long that took. I was just, after she wasn't responding, I was just sitting there rocking her. I don't know for how long. I have no idea for how long. And then after he got off the phone with his dad said, okay, wait until we are close. So, and then call the police so we can get there at the same time they do. So we can help with anything, I suppose, legally.
So, the 2+ hours of time that went by from discovery till 911. All I know, and I'm just asking if you can think of anything else, all I know of is 10 minutes of CPR and sitting on the couch and sweeping the house. Is there any other activity that occurred? Again, some of the stuff is just so weird, we're just trying to make sense of it.
I understand. If I were in your position, I wouldn't understand it either, and I'm having trouble gauging it as well. I spent quite some time just holding her and just rocking her, and then I put her back down on her bed. I put her blanket on her, and then I checked on the kids, make sure they were clean in the room. And
Did you put any additional clothing on her when you put her back in the crib?
no, I didn't.
So what was in the crib is exactly what was in there. You didn't change anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. By clothing, I just assumed you meant what she was wearing on her. That was left on her. I I covered her up fully, and I added her little head blanket.
What do you mean you covered her fully? With clothing or a
With a
blanket?
gray blanket.
Okay.
Was that blanket in the crib prior or not?
Yes, up to her knees. I wrap it around her knees, down to her feet, just so there's no chance of over the head pulling. And she's never done that before
And
anyway.
what about this thing that you were talking about, the head pillow or whatever? Where was that
It was
at?
just a comfy blanket. It was on the side on the rocking chair. I just watched.
So that's the only thing that wasn't in the crib? Was that one?
Yeah. And she had her polar bear in there, but it was by her feet.
After finishing up with Tatiana, the detectives move to the room where Seth is in. Seth appears cold and standoffish, and this may be because he was left waiting for the entirety of the time the detective spoke to his wife. After being read his rights, the detectives ask Seth about the time and incidents that took place when their first child was born.
Why I'm very anti-medical industry is because of what happened with her birth. She coughed one time. So they said that they had to keep her under observation for 72 hours to make sure she didn't have a breathing problem. She didn't have a breathing problem. She coughed one time to clear some birth fluid out of her lungs.
Right.
And they kept us under observation for 72 hours.
Oh, wow, you're paying for it?
Of course, yeah, the bill was about $15,000. So that was kind of a kick in the rear. And then afterwards, we had some problems where I actually had a doctor make a fraudulent CPS claim, and I actually forged paperwork and stuff like that. And I tried to make a complaint about it, but nobody listens.
More of a get-rich scheme, wasn't it? Kind of like, I'm gonna make some money off of a product someone really doesn't need.
Yes.
And
he issued two separate flavors, forms of paperwork. One that had a bunch of notes on.
Fact is called the forms of paper flavors is its own something just weird to me. It's not that big of a deal, I know. It's just really bizarre. I'm also sorry for how long this video is going to be. It's just I didn't realize when I watched it because I saw the title. I was like, oh, there's something I'll react to. And then I looked at the title, but then I looked at the length of it. I'm in too deep now.
On it, saying all sorts of bad healthcare things we were doing wrong with PS person, and the copy of the paperwork he gave to us that said she was fine. So that was about my last straw with it.
was that to do with the helmet? And is that so it all started with, if I'm right, it all started with the helmet?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
it all started with the cough, but
yeah.
To the helmet.
I'm not a big fan of a lot of the immunization stuff, and so I kind of bulked against that, and they didn't like that either. They even got to the point where they, the first time we changed doctors, they called CPS on us just for changing doctors, because the doctor we were seeing was all the way in Byron Center.
Seth is painting himself out to be a victim of the doctor's cruel techniques to make extra money. Just like Tatiana, all Seth is doing is confirming the patterns of child neglect that he and his wife conform to. Seth then talks about how he cooked up nutritional food for his kids while his wife was at work. But when asked about why Mary appeared malnourished, Seth has an absurd answer, claiming God makes people in various shapes and sizes.
God didn't make us all.
But didn't make us those. Look, I'm not religious. I'm not. I'll say it. No form of connection to religion in any way. But this is insanity. This is pure insanity. These people are what makes, are the type of religious people I don't like. I don't have an issue with religion. The people who do religion, if you do it the right way. By right way, I mean you don't turn it into fucking stupidity. You don't turn religion into your excuse for crime. Those people who've taken lives because of religion. People who have taken family members' lives because of religion. The people who, in this case, who neglect their children because of the religion. That's not religion to me. You're criminals who found your excuse. And these religious peoples are the ones I hate. Cult leaders are another one, but that's a different story. That's a different thing.
You know, yeah, exactly. So I kind of chalked it up to that. I was not happy about how skinny she was. That's why, if you look in the house, you can see all the baby food. That's potatoes with chicken and cheese, and everything matches up with what I'm saying. I guess she was always very healthy. She was never sick. Okay, that's it. She's sickly and skinny, but she was always just skinny.
But Seth, that's where I'm going to disagree with you. Okay? I'm a parent. I'm a father. I have 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
He's a father. You're a father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I'm just being honest with you. Okay? Because I don't know how to be anything other than. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, I've been doing this job for a long time. Okay? And he'll tell you when I walked in that bedroom today. Alright? I started crying. Okay? I looked at that little baby, and I looked at her for a millisecond,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew that she wasn't right. And I knew that she wasn't right for some time. Okay? And you're her father.
Yes. And I'll say I saw her when she was dead too. She was much more gaunt when she was dead than she ever was when she was alive. I mean, I got.
The thing, so this is where I'm gonna give these detectives way more credit than I could. I could not contain my emotions here. I would be losing my mind at these two. Her and him. I would not be able to keep my emotion in check when they would make such bullshit statements. I'd be losing it. I would not be able to be in the room with these two because I'd want to. I'd lose it. I'd lose it.
I got pictures on my phone. I'm.
Right, but let me ask you this. When's the last time you saw that baby without any clothes on in a bath?
Me? I've never given her a bath.
Okay, but you changed her diaper maybe a day and a half ago, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not putting words in your mouth. You said that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How did you not, when you looked at her a day and a half ago changing her diaper, and realize that my daughter is skin and bones? When I looked at her belly in the house, okay, and I'm not exaggerating this.
I know.
I could see the outline of her intestines through her stomach. I could see her spine completely through her back. I could see every one of her ribs through her chest.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, like I said, I'm not happy about it either. You're welcome to go through my garbage and look at the baby food containers. And
Seth, here's the thing. I'm certainly not knocking his faith. I have the same faith and the same creator that you have. Does your faith prevent you from allowing you to use medical services?
No.
Seeing him respond in the way he does with that demeanor, as if it's nothing we are talking about here, is absolutely enraging.
Exactly.
And at times, detectives look that way too, controlling their urges against them.
I'd be losing it on him. I am unable. There was no training you could put in me that would prevent me from not wanting to reach around the table and knock the living day hell out of this guy. It's...
this man. The detectives then ask Seth if he feels responsible for what happened to Mary, and his answer is quite intriguing.
I feel like it's a bit of a trap question, but no,
Or do you just
stay honest?
Or do you think it's just God's will?
Well, just because it might be God's will doesn't mean that there's not that it's not His will according to our actions, or it doesn't mean that we're not responsible in some way for what has come about. And so, I take responsibility on myself for anything that goes wrong in my life at all, even if it's totally not my fault. What could I have done?
Deep down, we all know Seth doesn't really feel responsible for his child's death, as he so claims. Seth and Tatiana are then allowed to meet, but their conversation, which should have been about their dead daughter, is instead about the stressful interrogation they'd just been through.
Just kept reading with that everybody. So you told me what? To call the police after.
hiding out? I told you like 6 times. I was waiting for the lawyer to be there because we knew that this would happen.
First I told them we were meeting for to see your parents, but I said lawyers. And others. Then what'd you do while you were waiting? I called off work. We slept, and I sat and cried.
Then listen to this, baby. Their job is to fill cells. It's their job. So they can fill 2 cells right now.
I hate these two so much.
And that's
Maybe they were angry, like it sounded like they were trying. Like a movie, but like separate us.
what they're doing. Trying to drive a wedge in between and then hope somebody accuses the other one. And so they came at you first. Because they know what. They can tell by looking at me. Yeah. They can do shit to me. So if I can do a breakdown of accuse you, me is who they're looking for.
What's gonna happen?
You go home and we get really banged to me. I really like to not talk about it at all anymore today.
Okay.
So terrible. Can't ever do this again. We at least gotta take her. There's problems. We gotta take him to the doctor at least to see.
Okay.
I think they must have heard me on the phone. Because I told my mom at 7:30 I'm getting up out of here. Getting us out of here. And that's exactly when they came through the door to come talk to us.
Wow.
You know, I was like, I'll wait till 7:30, but we're not under arrest. I'm not being charged. I'm here under my own compulsion. You know, I'm free to go. So.
Your parents are still down?
No, they went home. They had to go meet with a CPS worker in Grand Haven.
But they can do that?
Yeah.
The fact these two actually believed they were just gonna get away from this, like they weren't gonna be charged, they weren't gonna go to jail. The fact the guy said like, yeah, I'm gonna be out of here by 7:30, like. Fucking hell.
No, I was just about to walk out there. And he said, hey, come on down here. So I was like, oh, he said 5 minutes. It's gonna be another 2 hours. And, you know, he had me put my phone outside the door.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I went out, I got it. I don't let you just hold me in here indefinitely with my permission while leaving me communication.
I saw the papers in the bottle cap of the lawyer out there. They told me they were going to escort me to the bathroom. It was like 20, 30 minutes. I had to go. I was open the door and I went to that.
They're trying to make you seem a lot more like a prisoner than you really are. Right now, you're here under your own compulsion, and I'm not your own. Yeah, there's really not much they can do if we want to walk out right now. We're doing this as a show. And not even for.
It's so unbelievable.
Look, for probably when we have to go up in front of a judge.
I'd lose my mind to these two.
It's all they want to charge. They want something. There's got to be money involved.
Laughing about the questions they were asked, Seth and Tatiana show clear signs of narcissism as they could care less about Mary.
Agreed.
Seth and Tatiana are eventually charged with the murder of their child, Mary Welch. Despite the hours-long interrogation, during the sentencing, Seth's mouth drops wide open in unbelievable shock, and it
This is my favorite part. This is my favorite thing.
They're alleging that you murdered.
This reaction is one of my favorite reactions in a courtroom when it comes to a person reacting. I love it.
An unbelievable shock, and his wife Tatiana breaks down after they're told that they're found guilty.
Following the perpetration or attempted perpetration of child abuse in the first degree, they're alleging that you murdered one Mary Welch. That is a charge called homicide felony murder. It is life without parole. It requires a DNA sample to be taken upon arrest, which is often like a cotton swab or in the inside of your cheek. The second offense that you're both charged with is called child abuse in the first degree, where they're alleging you knowingly or intentionally caused serious physical harm to a child. They're talking about this Mary Welch. It is a felony, possible penalty of up to life imprisonment, or any term of years less than life.
Seth and Tatiana Welch were sentenced to life in prison without parole for the first-degree felony murder of their daughter Mary Welch.
Good.
Despite all that, Seth's stance on doctors and his inactions, which caused Mary's death, still doesn't appear to have changed.
I believe we were chosen to go through this trial because God has prepared me to be a strong voice for him. Whether I am to be vindicated and set free, and the courts can see that this was truly just, I don't think it's unexplainable, sir. I think that the autopsy was lazily done. I believe that they found the cause of death, and that was, they stopped there. But as we know, I believe something caused her body to shut down that way. And I will say also that I had a farm animal, a goat, just a couple days before, who died of the exact same way. He had food, he had water, I even watched him eat, and he still just wasted away before my eyes.
This guy is fucking insane.
So even given what you know now, you don't wish that you had been taking her for regular treatment from a pediatrician?
Well, here's the thing, sir, I just don't... like I said, it seems to me, from what I see, not only from what I see with my own two eyes going on among the people of this nation, but also the statistics that are out there that you can find that aren't readily published on the news or talked about in mainstream education, but you can find them if you look. I mean, it's dangerous to take your kid to the doctor's office these days. It is. It just plain is. And you know,
This is a guy who was told to who had to take needles and didn't like needles. That's where I feel this. You know when you have to take blood and that? This guy didn't like that to the point, he just thought all doctors were evil. I have had some fucked up situations with doctors. Okay? I still would always take my child if there was nothing that could be done that would not make me take someone to a freaking hospital. And I hate hospitals with every passion of my being.
if you don't do what they say, if you don't buy what they want you to buy so that they can make some money off you, for the love of money is the root of all kinds of evils, they'll call the government on you. I had it happen, sir.
And as you would expect, evil people who do the opposite a parent should do don't stop here.
All right, Ashley. You're under arrest for battery of a minor. And possession of trouble.
On August 22nd, 2023,
I just saw this clip. I heard a podcast, and he talked about this, I remember.
Stillwater Police Department had a very distraught parent storm into the station and told officers that he had found disturbing videos and images of his 3-year-old daughter. Following the report, officers arrived at 19-year-old Ashley Cheatham's house and immediately placed her under arrest.
Okay, hold on. She's not a parent. She was like a babysitter. She's not a pet. This doesn't count. This is sickening and disturbing, but this isn't a parent. I don't know why you're putting this into the category of parent. She's not a parent to the child. Babysitter.
Hello. Okay, you Ashley? What's your last name? Okay. Sweet. We'll get pants for you.
Where is he?
Ashley, do you have any
Ashley's boyfriend had told the police he had met her online and they had just moved in together with his 3-year-old daughter. Ashley answered the door without any pants on, and the officers rummaged around the house to find her a pair of pants to put on.
There's no one in the room.
There you go. Somebody room? Going out. Are they jeans or shorts? Shorts, what color are they?
Can we, So this isn't her parent, there's just a boy, or the girlfriend of a parent, of the parent, okay.
32, clear.
Clearly trying to cover up the law and crime YouTube thing right here, clearly.
So anywhere particular so I can get through stuff?
I have no idea. I literally just woke up. I don't
No, do you know, like, where is your place where you normally keep your shorts?
Yeah, there's some right there. There's pajama pants are fine. Do you see them?
Pajama right here? You got any form of like slip-on shoe or anything?
Just put them up in the front a little bit. They're like falling down.
Is your ID in your purse? You have your weekend? Central.
I can't. Let's say that's why I was here. That's why I came. Basically, just sitting there.
Then, while being explained why she's being arrested, Ashley breaks down. But don't be tricked into feeling any empathy for this woman, as she
absolutely have no empathy for this woman. I know exactly what happened here, and I have no empathy at all for this fucking chick.
she's just crying for having been caught.
Yeah, what did I say? You're under arrest for battery of a minor. And possession. And possession, Joe.
Ashley now faces multiple charges, which include sexual abuse of...
I'm going to say this straight. I need to give props to the actual father here, because fucking someone, he saw this, and instead of just trying to justify in his mind because he's dating to go, he's like, no, what the fuck is this shit? I'm going to call police.
of a child under the age of 12, making and distributing obscene material of children, and possession of marijuana, to name a few. She was ordered to have no contact with the victim. Before the arrest, Ashley had allegedly been interviewing for the position of an elementary school teacher.
What?
The father's swift actions.
I didn't know that part. I didn't remember that part. Nope, didn't remember that. Not saying it's not true. I just didn't remember that. That's insane. Thank God they stopped this woman, because she should not be near any elementary school students at all, ever.
Not only helped his daughter, but also saved countless others from meeting a similar fate at that elementary school. There's no way to ever trust someone again if they do what this woman did to this man's child. Now imagine it's your own mother who does something terrible to you. Well, that's exactly what happened in our next.
Oh my God, I remember this one. This is one I haven't seen video of in a while. I mean, a while I haven't seen this clip.
Next case. On May 19th, 2018, Delray Beach Police received multiple 911 calls about a woman who was allegedly on a roof with two small children. Officers arrive at the scene and try to calm the woman down, feeling a tragedy might unfold.
Darling, she's on. It's okay. Dear. All right, everybody back up. Everybody back up. Dear, listen to me. You're not in trouble for anything. Okay. Just get the kids back inside, please. Please, that's all we want you to do. Just get the kids back inside.
How do we get in the house?
They're real. We're gonna help.
Let's get breaching tools. Let's get breaching tools. Here we go.
Eventually, an officer is able to reach the woman and the children and rescue them by climbing through the window. What happens next is absolutely incredible.
It's okay. It's okay. Please, we're here to help, okay? We're here to help.
Oh, wait. No, wait.
Oh, it's okay.
No, wait. You're not a real one.
He's a real one.
No. I want to see your badge.
Oh, right here.
I want to see your
There you go. Yeah, right here. Come on. See?
One of you guys go inside, open this window up. I'll hand you the kids.
No. I want to see your badge.
Okay, here.
I want to see your badge.
Let me show you.
It's okay.
Look.
I want to see your badge.
This is a girl who's on. Okay. So there was a guy I don't say a guy, I don't know who it was, like gender wise. There was someone who commented on one of my videos when it came to a fake officer thing that went, oh no, it's drug abuse. This is both. Mental health. There was no, this is not just drugs. This can't just be drugs. I've seen people do drugs in no mind state. They're not like this. This is not just drugs. You have to have something mentally going on here. This woman is not okay in the head. And it's not just drugs. This is a mental thing, too. Drugs don't help it. I guarantee you there's drugs involved in it. But it's not just drugs.
Here you go.
Okay, really?
Yeah, real.
No, really. Let me see.
Yeah, right here. See? It says
One of
police.
you guys go
Sergeant?
inside,
Yeah.
open this
No,
window
you're
up.
not. It doesn't say sergeant.
I'll
Okay,
hand you the
sergeant.
kids.
Huh?
No,
Yeah.
for you. Point blank, body adventure? No, point blank, body adventure! Grab the phone! Grab it for the phone! Grab the phone! Grab it!
Hey, sweetie. It's okay. It's okay, kids.
Open the door.
Get the phone!
It's okay, guys.
No, get the phone! No, he's gonna kill me, Mom!
Open this window. Okay, guys, we're gonna walk with Mike here, okay? Here, come walk with Mike. Guys, we're okay. It's okay. Big step, okay? Guys, we're walking this way. You guys want to see where we're walking to? We're gonna walk to that police officer, okay?
Take the little ones. Where, baby, go. You're okay.
Here, we're gonna.
You're okay.
Here, we're gonna go with this one police officer.
Come here, buddy. You all right, buddy? Here, buddy. You all right, buddy?
The woman was taken into custody and was committed to a mental health facility.
Yeah, you damn right she's taken to a mental health facility. I don't know if she has substance issues or not, but that's not just substances. This is about the definition of bad mental health right here.
She faced criminal charges. Meanwhile, DCF took custody of the children.
Good.
I currently don't have more information.
She better not have these fucking kids. She's clearly not right. I don't get them. She does not deserve to have these children. She's not right in the head.
About the case. I can just hope these kids are okay
I hope
and
so
living
too.
a good life. But if
Me
you
too.
thought things couldn't get any worse, that's because you don't know the incredible case of the Brooks family.
So why don't we figure this out now instead of sit here? We're not leaving.
On February 25th, 2019, Chandler police received reports about child negligence regarding the Brooks family, who operated against doctors' orders and took their sick child straight home instead of the emergency room. Chandler police would then pay the Brooks a visit, only to be left waiting out the door after no response from the family. The officers then call Dr. Bain to get detailed information from the doctor.
So I have a question in regards to a patient you spoke or you saw earlier today. His name is Bryce.
Yep.
He's a 2-year-old kid. Do you recall who that person is?
Yep.
Okay, so I just wanted to, I'm trying to get in contact with the parents to try to see why the child hasn't gone to a hospital yet.
Right.
I just wanted to ask about what kind of medical problem he had today when he saw you.
Sure.
Can you just give me a rundown of what it was?
An hour later, officers make a second attempt at trying to contact the family, but to no avail.
Chandler PD! Sarah and Brooks, we just need to talk.
Then, Brooks is called, and he finally answers.
Hello?
Hi, is this Brooks?
This is.
Hi, Brooks. This is Officer Cassidy with Chandler PD. How you doing tonight?
Doing fine. Stop banging on my door when my kids sleep.
Okay, so here's our problem. Basically, the reason why we're knocking on your door is because we need to check on your son, who...
Okay, so it's fine. His fever's broke. He's under 100 degrees. He's doing just fine.
Okay, well, we need to see it for ourselves, and
No, you don't need to.
we need to talk to you outside. So why don't you come outside so we can talk about this?
No, thank you.
The dad downright refuses to talk to the police and asks them not to disturb his sleeping children. Concerned about the child's health and well-being
I can see
and not
why.
wanting to give up, the officers give yet another try at trying to gain access to the kid.
Brooks! I saw the hand. Like I said, here are your options. You either come out here and talk to us so we can figure out how we're going to get your kid to the hospital, or DCS is going to take temporary custody of your kids. I'm giving you the opportunity to come out here and just talk to me. So why don't we figure this out now instead of sit here, because we're not leaving.
Hello?
Brooks,
Yes, sir.
do I need to repeat myself what I said outside the window?
I can hear you through the window. I talked to you on the phone. That's what I
Okay.
did.
Alright. Here's your first option. You come out and talk to us.
Do you have a warrant to take my kids?
We have DCS here that's going to take temporary custody of your kids if you don't come out and talk to us. You're making this way more worse than it needs to be.
No, my kids are fine.
Brooks,
You guys are
okay.
making it way worse than it is.
Okay, Brooks, if they're fine, then why don't you make this simple and come out and talk to us?
They're not going to force me to go to the hospital, spend $3,000 in an emergency room visit right now.
Well, here's the thing. All the doctors told you what was going on with your son, and they said that they strongly told you to go to the hospital and get him checked out because...
His fever didn't break. His fever broke. We gave him a bath and his fever broke. He's doing fine.
Look, Brooks, I talked to the doctors already, and they said that this could be a possible life-threatening situation.
It is not a life-threatening
Listen. I know you're saying that the fever broke now, and he's feeling better, but...
Yeah, if he gets worse, then we'll go to the hospital.
Well, no.
Doctor's recommendation.
Well, Brooks, we need you to come outside and talk to us.
No.
Like I said, if you don't come out and talk to us, and we have to deal with this, make this even worse than it needs to be, then those kids will be taken away, and you guys are going to be in some serious trouble. Because as of right now, you were told by the doctors that he needs to go to an emergency room. That was told to you guys, and we have all the information from all the doctors saying. Now, you knowing that makes it even worse for you guys because it could be a felony charge. But I would rather just have you come out and just let us deal with this and let's go take the kid to the hospital.
So if I take my kid to the hospital right now, you guys will leave, and my wife can stay with my kids?
Yeah, if you come out and talk to us, both of you, we can go from there. And
what are my other two kids gonna do? Both of our parents can't leave the hospital.
Well, no, I'm not saying you both leave at the hospital, but let's get your son who's sick to the hospital tonight.
All three of my kids are sick, dude.
Well, the one you took to the doctor is the one we're concerned about because he apparently is more sick than the others.
I don't care about my other two kids then.
You can bring your kids with you if you think they need it.
No, they don't. None of my kids need to go to the hospital. They're fine. None of them have fevers right now. They have the cough and the sniffles.
This guy is just a stubborn who just doesn't want to listen. There are people who just listen. His thing is money, right? The first thing that popped in his head was, I'm not gonna go to the emergency room. I don't want to have a $3,000 freaking thing. His son's health could be damned if it would save him a few bucks. If you was told, listen, you could save your son's life for $500, your son could die, he'd take the end. His son's life is ended because he just. I've got that just by hearing him. All he cares about is money.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
It's heartbreaking to hear the father downplay his child's illness and pay no heed to warnings from both the doctors and the police. Despite their multiple attempts to gain access to the child or the parents to further assess the situation, officers were left with no other choice other than to make a forced entry.
Yep.
Alright, announcement.
Police Department! I guarantee you their thought was like, well, you didn't need to break down my door, why'd you need the forced entry for?
Thanks. Hold there, make more announcements.
Chandler Police Department, come out with your hands up! Chandler Police Department, we're not gonna leave until you come out with the child. Chandler Police Department, we will come in if you do not come out. This is the Chandler Police Department. We're here to check on the safety of your child. You need to come to the front door. Chandler Police Department!
Just fucking go in! Just
we
go
have a court order from CPS to take temporary custody of your child. You need to come to the front door. We're here to provide medical attention for your child.
Go in.
Brooks? Come with hands up.
Hands up. Let me see both your hands. Turn around. Face away from us. Come out slowly.
What are you doing? What are you doing at our residence? Like they've not been trying to tell you why they're there for the last like probably 30, 40 minutes to an hour. Fucking idiot.
Right now. How many people consist of 3 kids and your wife? Where's your wife at? I'm not sure actually right now. I thought she was coming to the front door. There he goes. What's your name? Sarah. Anybody inside we can know about? Yeah. What do you got? I've got a bunch of guys, man. They're all locked up. Does Sarah have access to the safe? No. Where's the child right now? Okay, the sick child. I'm not sure. I was sleeping with my 2 daughters and my master bedroom. Sarah, come out to the front door! The Chandler Police Department! Come out to the front door. Keep your hands up so we can see them.
Okay, come to us. Come out slowly. Come out to us. Come on.
Is that the child in question?
Yes.
Okay, fine, let's speak to this.
Where's my husband?
He's right here.
Both the parents were charged with 1 count each of child abuse. The child in question.
This is probably could be fit into the category of child abuse. They are knowingly putting their child's life at risk here. There's the child's life and things. Yeah, he'll be fine. Just put some Advil in him probably or something like that.
Bryce Brooks fortunately received the necessary medical assistance that was needed and he survived.
Thank God.
But hiding away with a sick child and not giving him medical attention is not the only thing evil parents do.
What are you doing?
She was asleep, so I just ran in.
You can't leave your child out if an infant in the car. 1, it's 55 degrees out with the sun on it. 2, that car's unlocked. Anybody could have came and taken that kid and left. You see how dumb that was?
On May 18th, 2022,
I don't like this woman already. She clearly does not give a fuck.
Ohio police officers received a call to complain about a baby being alone in a car by a worried passerby. A woman named Kayla Jenkins had allegedly left her baby alone in her car during a hot day.
I just want to tell you what I just witnessed, and I don't know if it's just me being overprotective or if I'm just crazy.
Okay, what's going on?
This lady left an infant child alone in a vehicle, and when I say infant, this baby's months old, alone inside a running vehicle, and she went inside the Dollar Tree.
Following the call, officers arrived at the scene to further investigate the situation, only to make a shocking discovery.
Doors unlocked. Even the officer's like, wait, what? Like, he's even...
Yeah, just go leave that door open so it doesn't overheat.
This officer's probably more shocked than anything else than the fact that this fucking child, that this door is unlocked. Like, what the fuck?
Just left the kid here like it was nothing, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go find her.
To make matters worse, the infant had allegedly...
I don't know if it was the guy you said or the officer was like, that bitch left the car.
been left alone in the car that was unlocked. The witness who made the call then gives his statement while another officer searches the store on the lookout for the mom.
Hey. Hey, buddy.
37.
I was originally parked right here,
Yeah.
and I watched her get out. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then I thought it was a joke. And she wasn't down here, man.
I don't know. It's better to keep this. Where'd she go?
He's going to Save-A-Lot.
25. She went to the Dollar Tree. I wonder if I should keep this closed for the baby.
I opened it.
Okay.
Because he went around and opened that door,
Yeah.
so I opened it up to make sure the baby was breathing and everything.
Yeah, we got.
But it was running and stuff. They had the car running. This man tried to say, he only looked. I said, I seen him through the window. I said, he looks like a few months.
You want some?
He said, he only looks like a few months younger than me, man.
I think it's alright for a drink.
Look at that. That's crazy, bro. And the lady's not young. I mean, she looks like she knows better than this.
Like a 64-year-old lady in the car.
I don't. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Good on him for this passerby. Good on this guy. Again, we talked about this before on this channel. The fact that most people these days, in this current day and age, just wouldn't be like, not my business, I don't want to get involved, not my business that the child's left me alone, I ain't doing. This guy immediately saw this and was like, nope, not leaving that, just immediately called police. The fact she left and went to the Dollar Tree, immediately he called police. He was like, nope, not fucking letting this fly. Nope. Good on
Be a fun
him.
day to be a cop today.
She in there? It comes back to like a 64-year-old. What did she look like?
I'll identify her, man.
Alright.
I see her. We'll wait for her to come out. I see her walk out, but I'm sure she's in there. I couldn't look. It might not be long.
What did she look like?
It wasn't she didn't look 64 to me, bro.
What did she look like?
She didn't look 64. Alright, we'll just wait for her to come.
Not able to locate her, the officers wait for the mom to finish her shopping. It isn't until several minutes later that the mom finally decides to come back for her kid, only to be reprimanded by the officer.
Is that her?
You left your baby in an unlocked car out here while you go on the Dollar Tree. What are you doing?
She was asleep, so I just ran into
You can't leave your child out, an infant in the car. One, it's 55 degrees out with the sun on him. All right. Two, that car's unlocked. Anybody could have came and taken that kid and left. All right. You see how dumb that was? Right. Do you have a license on you?
Over to your baby. Make sure she's alright. Oh, sorry.
The fact that the officer had to tell her to go check on her baby says it all. After running a check on her license, the officer further interrogates the mother. It is then that Kayla realizes the trouble she's in.
Is the child's father in the picture? Is this your mother's vehicle? What's her contact information? Dad's not in the picture. I'm gonna get grandma's info. Okay. Alright. Your mother's the registered owner of this vehicle?
Yeah.
What's her phone number?
What is going on?
You're gonna be getting some paperwork here in a second. So what is your mother's contact information? You're gonna be getting a ticket for endangering children. So what is your mother's contact information? Case Medina County Job and Family Services. What is her contact information?
This is the most easiest question to answer. Why can't you answer this simple fucking question?
Phone number for her. Do you think it's smart to leave a 14-year-old in a car? Unlocked and running? Regardless if you're in Brunswick or not? What is your mother's phone number? What is your mother's phone number? They probably will call you. Did you give that officer your phone number? What's your phone number? Are you employed? You're currently unemployed?
Kayla is clearly in disbelief and shock, but the officer knows not to make it worse for her, as instead of berating her, he warns her in a factual and supportive way.
Do you understand why this is such a big deal?
Yeah.
Okay. I understand it was an error in judgment, and it was just a dumb decision, but that very often leads to the kid dying of stroke in the back of the car. We're getting kidnapped, right? So really this is a better outcome than us finding a kid dead in the back of the car. Alright? You understand? Okay. Do you have any questions for me? I don't. Yeah. If you have any questions, call the Brunswick Police Department. Don't leave your kid in the car again, you understand? So what's going to happen is you're going to go to court, you're going to plead, the mayor will give you a sentence, right? Likely for your first offense, it's going to be some type of fine. You can work out a payment plan, whatever you got to do. No, we just do one more unit. Just make sure you don't do this again. I don't want to find your kid dead somewhere, seriously. Right? That's why it's such a big issue. All right.
I do take this really seriously.
Listen, and I get it, it was an error of judgment. It's a learning experience, but so many times parents will walk away.
I just thought she would be okay because the car was running and I was right there.
I understand, but you understand somebody can just grab this kid and go. You're lucky it was an off-duty police officer that found them, all right, instead of somebody who just decided they want a kid, all right? You gotta keep an eye on her. It happens, and all of a sudden you come out and your kid's gone. Then what do? There's no cameras here. We don't know where she went. You probably never see her again. You understand? It's a dangerous thing, okay? All right. Get yourself home. Calm yourself down, okay? It was a mistake. Take care of it, and it's over, all right? Just don't do it again, you understand? I don't want to be looking for your kid everywhere, looking for somebody who kidnaps your kid, you understand? You clearly care about your child. And I don't think you're a bad parent. I think you made a really stupid decision. Just don't make it again. Get it taken care of, all right? All right.
Kayla was finally charged with 1 count of endangering children. She was found guilty in a mayor's court and was charged a $330 fine. I can only hope, for the sake of her daughter, that Kayla gets her life figured out and learns from this experience. And sadly, things...
I think she did. I would bet she did. I have a feeling this is not a case of an evil parent who did this hoping a child will die. Like, I don't think that's the case. This is a very bad error of judgment, but I think the parents we've seen on this are worse than her.
Facts get the worse from now on with the case that follows. A case so incredibly harsh and brutal that there are no words to describe how something like this can happen, but it did.
Always checked them and made sure nothing was broken or too far bad in my eyes. I mean, because at the same time, you gotta understand this. I done had social services at my house maybe 40, 50 times.
This is 30-year-old Al Mutahan McLean, who on December 13th, 2019, called 911 claiming that his 10-year-old son, Dakota Collins, wasn't breathing. Despite receiving instructions from the operator on how to perform CPR, McLean wasn't able to get Dakota breathing again. Paramedics then arrived and transported Dakota to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead. But that's not all. Initial examination showed that Dakota had several scars on him, indicative of abuse. Seeing this, McLean was arrested and brought in for questioning. What follows will make this one of the most horrifying and disgusting cases of evil parenting I've ever seen.
Well, this is what happened. I ain't slept in about 3 days, right? The kid keep falling down the stairs, keep knocking his head around. It looked like something was wrong with his stomach last night that I noticed. And I gave him some water to throw up. You know what I mean? I had him drink like several cups of water because it looked very odd and normal. So I just wanted to make sure that he was okay. So they drank the water, and that was it. And I guess he goes back upstairs and acting out some more. I mean, jumping off the banister, everywhere, and everywhere, the usual, might I add. I've been dealing with this for probably like, since he was 2 years old, he's been doing this.
The detective starts by asking McLean what happened that day, and without a moment to waste, McLean starts describing Dakota's unusual behaviors, which might explain the scars. McLean then describes the horrifying details leading up to the death of his son.
So I'm very tired. I ain't slept in 3 days, so I'm just sitting there, and here he come rolling down the stairs again, ba-doom, ba-doom. So I tell him go back upstairs. A little while later, I go up there.
This guy made up a bunch of shit to make himself seem innocent. This guy made up legitimately a whole bunch of shit. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
So I asked him, what is he doing? And he's just steady, you know what I mean? Just steady doing what he do. This ain't the first time he tried something like that. So I on the ground and I asked him to pull it out, you know what I mean? Or
so like this is too much. If I don't need to know this one. This one I'm skipping. This one too. I don't want to know. Just the last one. I know it sounds ridiculous why I skipped that one, but that one was getting to the information I didn't want to know or never want to know.
McLean is handcuffed and arrested. He's charged with murder and child endangerment. McLean eventually ends up pleading guilty to the charge, despite protesting initially. Dakota's autopsy showed long-term sexual and physical abuse. In light of the evidence obtained from his house and his own testimony, McLean is sentenced to 51 years to life in prison. Good. His girlfriend, Amanda, is sentenced to 22 years in prison. Good. And Amanda's sister, Jennifer, is sentenced to 8 years in prison for allowing the abuse to continue despite being witness to it all. Despite McLean's criminal record, multiple calls and reports, and tips from teachers, it's a wonder how CPS allowed Dakota to be left in McLean's care.
I'm telling you, CPS fails the job most of the goddamn time. It's so fucking weird. I don't understand how so many times you'll hear stories and you're like, this seems painfully obvious, but yet somehow y'all fucking CPS workers are fucking dumb as fuck with it.
Had rightful actions been taken early on by CPS, Dakota's abuse and death may as well have been prevented, but evil people who shouldn't have kids don't stop here. On May 19, 2019, Cleveland police officers were called to a residence by a citizen who reported to hear non-stop cries from children next door.
I don't hear anything.
There is one I'm surprised is not on here. I can get why they're not on here, but I'm surprised not on here. Because it doesn't have interrogation or anything. It's the one with a child. Remember the girl, the mother who was like stabbing the child? And the child survived and then the mother ended up getting killed by officers? I am surprised, despite what it is, that it's not on here.
Alright, did you call?
Yeah. She's giving her heads off, like she's not home. This thing she does this a lot. I don't think she's there to scream their heads off. She's got 3 kids. And sometimes she takes off and leaves them alone. They're babies. They're babies and Pampers.
There's no, as far as you know, there's nobody up there.
No, I don't think there's nobody up there.
Alright, because I know she's got a younger brother because I wrote the tickets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, they're screaming their heads off like there's nobody up there. I mean, how you can leave 3 kids?
It's like the one screaming, just let them scream it
They're
out, fall asleep.
screaming. You know, you figure somebody would be up. I can hear from the bathroom upstairs.
Alright, because I know I got a little one. When she cries, I'll let her sit there for 45 minutes until she
Yeah,
falls
but
asleep.
this is constantly happening.
Well,
This is not normal.
Police arrive to investigate the incident and knock on the door of the residence.
I don't hear anything.
Unsurprisingly, after receiving no response, the officers go back to the witness and ask her to take them to the place where they could hear the children's cries.
I'm not getting any answer. Can you take us to where you can hear it at?
You can actually hear upstairs. This is a door
Is there another
for
entrance up there?
that's closed. But you can hear the kids actually from there.
You said you hear good from your bathroom.
Yeah, I can hear them. I can hear this room. Hear them upstairs. Doesn't answer the door, nobody answers the door. She's out here drugged up or something. There's no way that's completely sealed.
Yeah, you have a boss just not here. We're not giving you an answer from them upstairs. We can hear the children crying downstairs.
Yeah.
Can you hear it up there?
Yeah, clear as day. Yeah, you can hear them.
Let's go. Let me see. So what does this door go to?
That door actually goes. It's like an entrance for their house.
But
You
is
know,
it
it's an
like locked
entrance
shut?
there, but it's
But it's
closed
completely
because
sealed.
it's a second apartment.
So
that's
this won't
completely
open?
sealed. No.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, it's the police. Can you hear me? We're gonna end up kicking in their door.
Door's completely locked back there.
Yeah, it's locked.
Leave it open.
I'll get my supervisor here and go from there, but we might end up kicking in that door.
Still getting no response, the officers were left with no other choice but to make a forced entry through the front door.
Cleveland Police, open the door! I'm kicking it in!
Oh, that was nice kick. Did you see the one straight kick took that damn thing off? That was beautifully done. Beautifully done by the officer. That kick was amazing.
Got it through one, we're inside. Cleveland Police! Cleveland Police! Cleveland Police! Hello? Cleveland Police! Is anybody in here? Cleveland Police! Hello? They got the door latched. Amy? Check that.
This goes upstairs, but there's a mattress in the way.
Hello? Hello? Are you okay? Are you okay? Adam 3-1 radio.
I know this mother's gonna be arrested, but she absolutely deserves to be. Like, Jesus. Who leaves their 3 kids, 3 young kids, just unattended? Probably for hours, too. Like, what the f are they thinking?
Are you okay, bud? Are you okay?
Oh, hey, bud.
Adam 3-1 radio. You got EMS come out here and check on 3 toddlers, please. They're all awake, conscious. Ages 2 to 4. No adults. They were locked in their room with a latch on the outside of the door.
That is sickening. That is sickening.
It smells terrible in here.
It's real bad.
Guys, do you got clothes? Can you put some clothes on? Can you please? Can you put some clothes on? Jesus. Jesus.
Just make sure she's not like, yeah.
Hey guys, can you put some clothes on? Contact 696 kids. Get them out here.
Roger.
Hey, English? Any English? No? No English? Are you guys okay? Huh? Can you talk to me, please? Are you guys okay? Where's your mom? Can you put some clothes on?
Once inside, officers find 3 children, aged 2, 3, and 5 years old, locked in a room. No adult could be found inside the house. However, moments later, the mother, Liz Yomaris Torres Rivera, walks in to a shocking surprise.
Hello? Stop!
So,
Stop!
what's up?
Where have you been?
My
Step out here.
here.
Oops, sorry, bud. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why is these kids home alone?
My sister
Hello?
here.
No.
What
No
is
sister.
Really?
No sister. Oh, hey, come here. Come here.
You're gonna have to wait out. Hey, ma'am.
Wait.
You're gonna wait out here.
Over here.
Wait.
I don't know who you are yet. No.
Let me see my
Hold on.
kids.
Relax. Relax.
Oh my God.
Relax.
Where'd she come from?
She just popped up out of the. Stop.
Let me see my
I told you to
kids.
stop. You weren't worried about your kids when you locked them in the bedroom and you took off, were you?
Let me see my kids.
Yeah. You got ID?
My here. My
Where's your
sister
ID?
is here.
No, your sister's not here. No one's here.
Nobody's here.
Just the
That's
kids.
3 kids.
Where's your ID?
Where's your ID? Where is it?
Oh my God.
In your room? Now listen. You're gonna push my buttons. Relax. You're gonna listen to me, and I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Where's your ID? Okay. Well.
They were they were locked in that room.
What's your name?
Liz.
You smell like you've been drinking. You just come from the bar. Where you at? Benny's?
Yeah.
Are these your kids?
Yeah.
Are these your kids? All right, you know what?
Yeah,
Put your hands behind your back.
But wait.
Put your hands.
Let me see my
No,
kids.
your kids are fine.
Yeah, you don't get to see your kids. No. You don't go to a bar drinking and leave your kids here alone and think you're fine. You absolutely do not get any treatment niceness from these officers. You wouldn't from me either. This officer heard them go. Once she said yeah to, were you at a bar? Yeah. Are these your kids? Yeah. And he immediately was like, okay, I'm arresting you. I'm not even wasting my time with this. You're under arrest. Go to put your hands on your back. This guy right here was not wasting any time.
Wait.
Stop.
Wait.
Take it right now.
Please.
Relax.
Take it
right now. Relax. Put your hands behind your back.
Please. Let me see my kids.
Your kids are fine. We're taking care of them.
No, let me
You
see.
can't.
Let me see.
Do not turn your face.
See some light. What's up? Gotcha. Sorry.
Let me see.
No, you're not gonna see them. Your kids are fine. We're taking care of them now. All right. You need to relax.
Oh my God. Please.
No, stop.
Please.
Stop.
Daniel.
Tell him to get dressed. Tell him to put some clothes on. All right.
Please.
We're gonna take her
Get her
out.
out there. Yeah.
Come on, walk.
Please.
Come on, walk.
No,
Look, you walk or we're gonna have to walk you. I'd rather you walk yourself. Come on.
Hey, try to, once you get her info, see if there's a family
Down
member.
the. Oh, wait.
Try that first thing. Okay. Come on. Walk.
Baby,
You gotta
go
outside. Come outside. Walk. All you gotta do is listen right now. That's all you gotta do. Here, give me
My shoes.
yours. Where's your shoe?
My shoes.
Yeah.
I can.
Rivera had returned home from a bar to find her children being cared for by the police who had broken in. After being placed into handcuffs almost immediately, Rivera begs to see her children, as if it would make a difference now to show she really cared. The police noted that they had found garbage and bugs, and the residence had a nasty smell. Not only that, officers also claimed that it had felt like 90 to 95 degrees inside. Rivera was eventually kicked out by the landlord for damaging the property and is currently facing child endangerment charges. Following her arrest, her children were placed in the care of a relative. Every child deserves a parent, but every parent doesn't deserve a child. If you
I agree with that statement fully. I've seen enough cases to prove that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.